This Rust trial, the armorer who loaded up the gun fired by Alec Baldwin on the movie set has been convicted of involuntary manslaughter. Hannah Gutierrez-Reed. She faces up to 18 months in prison, and her trial, I guess, could provide a roadmap of sorts, right, for Alec Baldwin himself, who's scheduled to go on trial in July. So the attorney, Seth Berenzweig, joins us right now, maybe break all of this down. Good to see you, Seth. I want to talk about the James Crumley trial in a moment as well. But on this, is that true that there could be a roadmap for Alec Baldwin, or does it have the opposite effect where it makes it less likely that he's convicted of a crime? I mean, how do you look at it?
Well, it's definitely a sneak peek. Alec Baldwin is able to watch the tape and see exactly what happened, and it does provide him an advanced blueprint of how this case, which stems directly from the tragic and, quite frankly, avoidable death on the set of Rust, might be presented by the prosecutors. It's an advantage for the prosecutors because they've already had a chance to polish and present their case. It's an advantage for Alec Baldwin because he's able to get a preview of the nature of the presentation, how the case was tried. He's also going to be in front of the same judge, so he might even get inclination, and his attorneys have already gotten a little bit of an peek as to whether or not the judge is inclined to grant certain objections. But really, it's going to be, in my view, a close call. It's definitely going to be an uphill battle for the prosecution because this is a case where there were two people who clearly had the opportunity to avoid this tragedy. Not only the defendant in this case, but Dave Halls, who was the assistant director on the set. He himself testified that he had an opportunity to look at the bullets and that he didn't do an adequate job and that he accepted responsibility. So the defense will say we have intervening criminal acts, and that will be a major defense that the attorneys will be arguing when Alec Baldwin goes on trial later this summer.
So the shifting of the blame, so to speak, the fact that she has been held responsible just in this trial does make it gives Baldwin an advantage, essentially, gives him an argument.
That's right. But it's very interesting when you take a look at that aspect in the broader context of this trial that just concluded, because in this trial that took place over roughly a 2-week period, there was ample evidence about the context in which this tragedy happened. And it was amongst evidence that demonstrated that there was a lot of rushing and unprofessionalism on the set. There was a lack of proper procedures and protections in place. An official from OSHA came in and talked about how it was generally an atmosphere that was not conducive to safety. So I don't believe that Alec Baldwin is completely off the hook, and it's not going to be a slam dunk for him. But certainly when you are talking about criminal liability and you have the intervening criminal acts of two people on the set right there who have the opportunity to avoid this tragic death, it's going to be difficult for the prosecutors to also convict Alec Baldwin of involuntary manslaughter.
Let's shift over. Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.